Hello, it's Nancy today. I have something that I think is really ingenious. Now, I'm a wilderness kind of person, I'm not much on city stuff and things you buy. I mean, I do have to buy stuff, but I'm on this one list on the internet, and those people they live in cities, and they talk about different cosmetics, and they want natural things, and they're just so tied up in stuff. The brand, the natural made stuff, they wouldn't think of wandering through the fields and picking lunch. They're just, ooh, no, I wouldn't do that. Weird, eh? Anyway, that wasn't what I was going to tell you about. I was going to tell you about something else. Guess I should start over. Well, I'm just not a city girl. I guess that's just all there is to it. Except for my hats. What do you think of these hats? Oh boy. I make them myself. I buy the hats. I get them when they're cheap for $5 or something. And then I put all these flowers on. So I have them that match my clothes. But the one that matches this is too floppy, so I didn't wear it. So now I'm wearing one that doesn't match. So that's about as cityness as you get from me, is my hats. And my camera. I'll tell you about my camera. My camera, since I'm looking right at it, is a Kodak EasyShare CX7530. And it's 5.0 megapixels. So it doesn't do very good when I'm trying to take a movie of something that I can see well, but it's pretty far, like 100 feet or something. It doesn't do well with that sort of stuff. Now this has got a 34 millimeter 102 to 102 millimeter equivalent AF3X optical Kodak Retina aspheric all glass lens. See how I could just look at the camera without even... Anyway, I read it off the camera. So anyway, that's the kind of camera I use. And you just turn the dial at the top. It's got a little dial, and it's got pictures of things, a close-up flower, and a running person, and different things. And one of them is a video camera. And so you turn the video camera, hold it at arm's length. See, there's my arm. Or you can hold it closer, really close. That's probably best there. And make sure you don't zoom, because if you zoom, you end up just right in your own face, which is not a good thing. Anyway, then you push the button, and if you turn it around the other way and look at something, you can see the picture in the back. And you can sort of see what you're looking at. But if you point to things where you think they are when you're pointing to them, is not where the camera's going to see them if you're looking through the little viewfinder. So you have to look at the back picture on the back of the camera to see that you're actually pointing at what you want to point to. Otherwise, it won't be there. It'll be there. You just won't know what you're pointing. You won't, just forget. Okay, so that's about what I was going to tell you about. What was I going to tell you about? So my camera is my cityness. My camera and my hats. I make my own earrings. Carrots, I got a video on making carrot earrings. Go see that. That was one of the first things I ever did. That was so fun. I make earrings out of porcupine quills. And I make buttons and stuff out of antlers. I think you could use antlers and bone. I would like to try making, using little thin bones. Like if you go along the roadside, you find carcasses, and I know, city people think this is so gross. But if you watch bones, you can see that they use bugs to clean the bones, right? Anyway, so after the maggots have cleaned the bones, you can go out there and you can find all these nice little bones that are perfectly clean. Perfectly clean, don't worry about it. Anyway, and then you can bring them home and you can cut them up, or you could boil them and bleach them and sterilize them, and so there's not a thing living on them except the germs that are on your fingers that you then put on them, which are probably just as bad as any germs that were on them already. Anyway, so you cut them up, and maybe you might want to sand them off, and then you could make beads out of them. Isn't that a neat idea? I'm going to try that. That'll be my goal. I'm going to try. I'm going to find a carcass that's already been cleaned. I'm going to do that. I wasn't going to tell you about this. I had a whole different plan. Now I have to turn this off and start over. And what am I going to name this? Am I going to name this about making bone earrings? Or am I going to make it about city people are different from me? Or about my hats? Or same with my teepee. See, when I lie here in my teepee for a long enough time, I just have all these thoughts that come to mind. It's a great teepee, so you can see the clouds. See those clouds? See, now I have to name this something about clouds. That's the hardest part of these videos, is trying to figure out what to name them, because sometimes I just ramble on and on and on. So what is it about? It's about not being dependent on stuff from cities and corporations. Doing it yourself. You can do this at home. Bye.